Secondhand Anthem. Wait, what? Secondhand Anthem AVM 70 plus tone winner, 11 channel amp, or Denon 6800H.
Anthem is the one that you can't really do much of anything to after you calibrate it, right? Is that the one we were just talking about with Arc Genesis? So I've had a few customers who asked about Magic Beans and whether they could use it, and I always say, what can you do with it? Like, what does Anthem allow you to do? Can you put your own target curve? And from what I've seen in the manuals, not really. Like, you can adjust the bass level, you can adjust the treble level, but that's not it. Like,
treble level.
It has a target curve that it thinks is correct, and that's what you're gonna get. To me, that's not a great assumption. Versus the 6800H, now you have the options for Dirac, you have the options for Odyssey, Multi-Q-X, you know? So, I mean, I've never tried the Anthem, but just based on that alone, I'd rather go with the Denon. What say you, Chana?
I'm looking at the Denon right here, the older version, the 6700. I like the 6700, so I go with the 6800. I've had the Anthem before, not the pre-pro, but I've had the Anthem before. It does look. If you don't want to tinker with anything, you just run Arc Genesis. You're a pretty good experience. You know, if I'm curious to see if why not just be able to just not put an Arc in there. But then that's the whole point of like getting the Anthem is to use their Arc Genesis. But I'd be surprised to, or I would be curious to see what a fully manual calibration would sound like on an Anthem, right?
Well, their interface looks great, right? It looks like very professional.
I mean, the front of it looks great. The UI is it's kind of bare bones. Not as bare bones as like the Arkham. But you know,
the room correction stuff looks pretty cool. Like the software.
No, but that's on the app. That's the app on the computer.
That's what I mean.
Oh, I'm talking about the user interface. You actually interface with, right? It's a little confusing, right? Because the inputs are virtual, so you can assign a different HDMI input for each different input. So like, not just like with the Denon where you can change the name of the input, you can do that too, but you can assign, like you can have four from the Anthem I had, you can have 4 different calibrations, right? Let's say you do Anthem room correction with all your speakers, and then you have one with just 2 speakers for 2 channel, and then you have one with 2 speakers and a sub, or you can just do a full manual and save that to a different one. So you can have 4 different things. So it's a bit complicated when you set up your, let's say, HDMI 1 input. You want to have your Blu-ray player on there, and then once you get to like the 4th one, you have to like, dude, it's weird. It goes to something else. I remember I was having some troubles figuring that out when I had the Anthem. So it's one of those things where it's like, I would just go with the ease of use and simplicity of the Denon. And it is more flexible as far as Magic Beans is concerned. And does the Anthem have Auro 3D or IMAX Enhanced? I don't know. Anyway, that's it.
Make sure to check out our audio-only version of the podcast at anchor.fm/Daily HiFi, or just go to your favorite podcasting service and search for Daily HiFi.